Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to BSV TV. I'm your host Satoshi, and on this show we'll be defending the one and only, truly genuine Bitcoin. The Bitcoin that Satoshi Nakamoto designed in his white paper as a peer-to-peer electronic cash system for the world. Let's get the disclaimers out of the way. So all the statements that you hear on this show are opinion and must only ever be taken as opinion. They are never to be taken as any form of advice, family, financial, sexual or otherwise. And on that note, let's sit back, relax, have some fun and enjoy the show. Get paid for your content in Bitcoin and set your own fee on Streamanity.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I wasn't asked why I'm convinced Craig is Satoshi. I posted on Reddit. He signed in my presence using the private key from block number one, the very first mined Bitcoin block, on a computer that I'm convinced had not been tampered with, on software I'm convinced that had not been tampered with, a message of my choosing.
At Enchain, we've just funded a number of universities doing, so far, a test up to 1 gigabyte because it validates what we've already done independently. We've tested up to 380 gigabyte blocks. We've tested 1 million transactions a second and transaction sizes up to 20 megabytes. Super complex scripts, basically ones that can run operating systems. That's all of global commerce times about 50. On top of that, we can have complex scripts. On top of that, we can scale each of those transactions 1,000 times, which effectively means about 1 billion transactions per second, which means we can then have all derivatives, all complex trades. That means high frequency trading. It means everything that happens globally.
Is the market that effectively BSV is going for, is that global e-commerce, which is currently valued at $29 trillion?
No, that's too small.
Buy and sell Bitcoin instantly at bsvgravity.com. And you can now book and pay for your winter holiday at skibsv.com. Alrighty people, it looks like we are live. Oh, let me just do some DIY. This show is literally just going to be off the cuff because I cannot help myself. I can't help myself. I think I've got an addiction. I've got an addiction to Bitcoin. It's a healthy addiction though. I just want to find some shit. I just need info. I'm like Johnny Five from Short Circuit. Need input all the time. I've got to find something. I just found this. This is funny. I need something to keep me amused. Look at this. More Americans have heard of Dogecoin than Ethereum. Oh dear, love it. Survey. One has introduced smart contracts and is the fabric of decentralized finance and whatever. And the other is a meme. They're both shitcoins. So let's see what they say here. In just over 5 years since its launch, Ethereum introduced the world to smart contracts, decentralized finance, absolute crap, yield farming, total bollocks, and non-fungible tokens, and has long stood just behind Bitcoin, that's Corecoin, as the second largest blockchain project by market capitalization. Dogecoin is a meme cryptocurrency which has provided no innovation, has no real raison d'etre, and is only popular because it became the plaything of famous multi-billionaire during the past 12 months. No, I mean, Doge, people were fond of Doge way before then because it was a meme, it was a piss take. You know, that's like comedy value, but, you know, there's no fundamental value in it, it won't last. You know, the novelty wears off, that's the whole point, but, you know, it is kind of funny if you ask me, to be honest with you. But I mean, I find the whole space rather funny. So naturally, as one might expect, the average citizen is already more familiar with Dogecoin than they are with Ethereum. That's according to the results of a survey conducted by Harris Poll in conjunction with Coupon Cabin, which asked over 2,000 adults in the United States, and it's not exactly a large handful really there, to give their thoughts on cryptocurrencies. According to the survey's findings, 29% of respondents said they were familiar with Doge compared to just 21% who were familiar with Ethereum. Of the total 2,063 respondents, 89% said they had already at least heard of cryptocurrency. Bitcoin was already known to a majority, 71% of respondents, with Dogecoin being the second most well-known coin. Other digital assets that Americans claimed familiarity with included the stablecoin launched by Coinbase and Circle USD Coin USDC, of which 21% of respondents said they had knowledge. Some 18% of respondents said they were familiar with Litecoin, and 10% said Stellar XLM was known to them. When asked whether they believed cryptocurrencies would become the future of the money, 31% responded positively, and 30% said they thought of crypto as innovative. At the same time, 23% of respondents said they regarded cryptocurrency as a get-rich-quick scheme, while 90% characterized the technology as shady or nefarious. As opposed to fiat currency. Almost half, 44% of respondents said they'd be open to receiving cryptocurrency as part of an online cashback rewards program. Crypto.com is going to be rubbing their hands together with that one. And BlockFi, they're offering outrageous returns. BlockFi, I think BlockFi were offering something like 14% on stable coins. You're honestly absolutely insane. I mean, what interest rates are they charging on these crypto loans? And these crypto loans are only being used for gambling. You know, people are losing a lot of money somewhere. Like, a lot of money. Shout out to Snoozefest joining me in the house. Thanks for joining me. Let's go and see if there's any other articles that we can find. Check it out. So, I mean, honestly, like, just going through some of these titles here. You know, One Off raises $63 million for new green NFT platform for musicians. Whatever. Negative funding rates incentivize traders to long Polygon, Matic, and Aave. Mark Cuban officially backs Polygon. Utterly clueless. Utterly clueless. Korea's crypto market is among the strongest and the strangest in the world. Alright, got my attention. Let's see what all this is about. You know, there is all this weird stuff over there. So between strict capital controls and regulations, Korea's cryptocurrency industry is so closed off that Bitcoin commands a steep premium and DeFi is in its infancy. Alright. So on a day in which Bitcoin crashed briefly to $30,000 in a rampant bear market, the leading cryptocurrency never got anywhere close to that on Korean exchanges. The so-called kimchi premium saw that keeping the price of Bitcoin as much as $5,000 above its level on lead US exchanges. That's nuts. That's nuts. I mean, I wonder how that compares to the Grayscale premium, which we've seen is 1,800% on Litecoin. Like 18 times the price of Litecoin. I mean, it's absolutely insane. I wonder why they call it the kimchi premium. Let's have a quick nosy at that. I wondered what this was all about. It's taking us to Crypto Quant. What's this then? Korean Premium Index. Okay, so it's just maybe just showing us what the kimchi premium is. BTC price gap between South Korean exchanges and other exchanges. Positive value indicates the kimchi premium. Okay. Alright. I don't know what kimchi translates as. Sounds like cheeky. Cheeky premium. It's outrageous. So that means basically you could spend all day just like literally selling Bitcoin to Koreans and making $5,000 a time on it. How crazy is that? You could literally like swap backwards and forwards in PayPal. You know, transfer PayPal fiat and then just do a BTC transfer. You know, make £5,000 a time. Buy yourself some more, shitcoin. Dear oh dear. The major reason for the kimchi premium is that Korea's exchanges are fairly isolated by a combination of the country's strict capital control laws, preventing funds from leaving the country, and the tax code and anti-money laundering regulations that make it difficult for foreigners to use Korean exchanges. Okay. Even giants like BitHub and Upbit without local Korean bank accounts. Nor is that premium the only part of South Korea's crypto industry that sets it apart from the rest of the world. Among other things, the market's isolation combined with the extraordinary stability of the Korean won has kept stablecoin usage low and the embrace of decentralized finance or DeFi well behind that of the rest of the world. I suppose, yeah, I mean, well, yeah, if it's stable, DeFi is all about crypto loans, like, just traders trying to take advantage of market swings, just shitcoining, basically. Korea's Bitcoin boom. Despite the isolation, Korea's embrace of Bitcoin in particular and cryptocurrency in general is very strong. In April, more than 5 million unique cryptocurrency users, around 10% of the country's population, reportedly bought or sold digital assets at least once since the beginning of 2021. That's actually quite a large percent, really. On May 19th, the day the kimchi premium hit $5,000, just one Korean exchange, Upbit, had a 24-hour transaction volume of more than $31.5 billion, according to CoinMarketCap. Add in the rest of the country's big four cryptocurrency exchanges, BitHub, Corebit, and CoinOne, and it was $38.1 billion, substantially more than it has traded recently on the leading Korean stock exchange, KRX. So just general trading was more than the Korean stock exchange. Jeepers. One interesting aspect of Korean's cryptocurrency craze is how broadly it is spread across age groups. One February survey showed that almost half of the users of leading Korean exchange at BitHub and Upbit were in their 40s to 50s, many of them mothers. That said, a broader survey of Korean crypto exchanges apps in March showed that young people dominated the ranks of new Korean crypto users, with those in their 20s and 30s accounting for nearly 2/3 of the new monthly app users in the first 3 months of the year. However, they are investing small amounts, often less than $100. All that's clearly having an impact. BitHub Korea recently announced that its Q1 2021 net profits was up 876% compared to the previous year. Jeepers. Government roadblocks. At the same time, the Korean government and regulators are far from being fans of cryptocurrency. In February, Bank of Korea Governor Lee Ju-yeol told a National Assembly committee hearing that a crypto asset is an asset that has no intrinsic value. Yeah, that's true. He added that it is difficult to understand why the price of Bitcoin is so high. Shitcoin is shit for brains, that's why. It's really simple. Korea's crypto regulations also make it difficult for foreign competitors. In December 2020, the world's biggest exchange, Binance, shuttered its Binance Korea operations less than a year after it launched, thanks in large part to a law that banned exchanges operating in the country from sharing order books, meaning Binance Korea could no longer lean on Binance's liquidity. That law came into effect on March 2021, the same month that another leading cryptocurrency exchange, OKX, announced it was shuttering its Korean operations due to the new anti-money laundering regulations. It has also been suggested that these rules will make it difficult for smaller Korean exchanges to compete with the big four. Not a fan of stablecoins? Despite this booming crypto market, Korea is far behind the rest of the world in adoption of stablecoins. In no small part because the Korean won is stable enough that there isn't as a strong need for stablecoins in the largely walled-off crypto market. Beyond that, the Korean government frowns upon stablecoins, according to Oleg Shmagin, head of global marketing at Dalio, a leading Korean crypto lending and staking firm that makes exchanges leery of them, he adds. In addition, exchange fees are low, largely in the 0.15% to 0.25% range at the big four, while the fees for withdrawals in won are flat and very low, about $1. The fee for moving cryptocurrencies directly off can be steep. The big four's withdrawal fees range from 0.0005 to 0.0015 BTC to withdraw bitcoins directly, $20 to $60 for one BTC at $40,000, which could help explain why the Korean won is the fourth most traded national currency for Bitcoin, behind only the Japanese yen, the euro, and the dominant US dollar. The CeFi DeFi hybrid, CeFi, decentralized finance and centralized finance, it must be. One victim of Korea's closed-off crypto market and unfamiliarity with the stablecoins is that the booming DeFi industry hasn't had a chance to take hold there, Schmagin says. 2019 came a tipping point for the wide adoption of DeFi globally, but in Korea it was barely recognized, mostly because most of the local retail investors lacked experience using overseas crypto services, and the adoption of stablecoins was low, he said. Dalio's solution is a hybrid centralized decentralized finance model. Are you kidding me? Centralized decentralized finance model. Oh my god. That uses a CeFi as a way to build the initial crypto lending ecosystem that will become more and more decentralized over time. In the meantime, the firm realized there is an enormous niche for CeFi crypto-to-crypto lending services that can serve the need of the local traders, Smagin said. I hope I've got those name right. Smagin. Yeah? Smagin? The firm currently has 4 CeFi lending offerings, as well as a new payment service that lets Dalio wallet holders pay with Bitcoin at a network of more than 70 retail firm services by payment app MoneyTree. In addition, its Dalio liquidity arm provides institutional clients with digital asset loans of between $800,000 and $45 million. Dalio offers Bitcoin and Ethereum loans of up to 90% of the borrower's BTC or ETH collateral, and also provides lending services to BitHub customers who can use either BTC, ETH, or a Korean won as collateral. Staking and yield farming are also available. Dalio recently passed $2 billion in total revenue utilized. Dalio's DeFi hybrid plans are centered around Ducato, don't know what that is, but it tells us here, a won-based stablecoin project scheduled to launch in the third quarter of 2021. Is that the Korean won D stablecoin, fixed at 1 won, will be generated by collateralizing cryptocurrency. Ducato, a DeFi protocol with its own token, Ducato, which is used to pay fees and for governance. But the CeFi Dalio platform provides the stablecoin with a user-friendly interface. That was actually quite interesting, to be honest with you. I didn't know too much about the Korean market there, but we got the kimchi premium, and didn't realize it was so isolated and all that. But all right, you know that's good. That's kind of like filled my need for the night. Maybe. What's this? Can blockchain ever be part of the solution for tackling climate change? Of course it can. Of course, I mean we've got Weather SV on Bitcoin already. I mean these people are just so far behind, literally so far behind when it comes to Bitcoin. It's kind of scary, really. Yeah. Let's go back to the home page. Come on. Here we go. Crypto exposed stock slide as BTC bolsters treasuries. Blah 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 blah. Bullish now. XRP below $1. Futures open. Interest down by 75%. Yeah, I mean, honestly, XRP is such an absolute load of crap. Such a load of crap. You know, I played, what's his face? David Schwartz's clip this morning. In fact, I might just try and find it now for lulz, because it's always on my mind. I think I've got it here. Here we go. Check it out.
Pleasure to have you, David. All right, so I was hoping you could comment perhaps briefly on this piece of news out this morning. Is Ripple hoping to find evidence that XRP is similar to Bitcoin and Ether and should not be considered a security?
Yeah, I think the primary argument that we're trying to make here is that the market considers them similar. We considered them similar. All of the evidence suggested that they were similar, and then the SEC just, comes out of nowhere and say, nope, they're completely different. Ripple's a company. We're based in San Francisco. We have employees. We have shareholders. We have a CEO. I work for that company. I'm the chief technology officer. And it's a company like any other company. It's centralized. What the CEO says goes. There's a board of directors. It just works like any other company. The XRP is a digital asset. It's censorship resistant. It's publicly traded. It trades on the XRP ledger. Ripple does not own or control the XRP ledger in any way.
So how did Ripple then get all the XRP that it has? It has about half the supply. So just how did that particular transaction happen?
The XRP ledger has a very different design from what Bitcoin and Ethereum have, and many other digital assets. Like in Bitcoin, the stakeholders are at least to some extent the miners, and the miners like reap the rewards of the transaction fees. The XRP ledger doesn't work that way. It is not competitive. Nobody's competing to reap fees. Because it's not a competitive system, it doesn't have any way to sort of award fees to a particular party. Because although if it had a way to award fees to particular parties, people would compete for those fees and it would become competitive. So the way it's design works is when the ledger first began operation, the 100 billion XRP, all that will ever exist, were sort of up for grabs. And lots of people grabbed XRP out of that system, but it just so happens that obviously, just like early miners mined, huge amounts of Bitcoin before the public knew about it or was using it, early XRP users grabbed large amounts of that pool of XRP. And so the people who developed the ledger wound up with, the vast majority of it, and then have been distributing it since then.
Love it, David. Pleasure to have you, David. So there we go, people. Same, but different. Let's have that one more time, Dave.
The vast majority of it, and then have been distributed. Users grabbed large amounts of that pool of XRP. And so the people who developed the ledger wound up with, the vast majority.
Love it.
Wound up with,
so good.
Wound up with, the vast.
Whatever, mate. Whatever. Good grief. Right, let's is there anything else that's on there? Here we go. Rock and roll. 2 key price indicators every crypto trader should know. Do one. Bank of Indonesia joins a central bank digital currency race. Congratulations. Powers on why the SEC, CFTC or FTC needs to check in on Elon Musk's frenzied crypto tweets. Seriously? Yeah, they're always going on about censorship resistant and stuff, and now they want the law to crack down on Elon Musk. Honestly, again, like you cannot get dumber than a hypocrite. Honestly, a hypocrite is just absolutely infuriating. Pure dumbness. Well, it says Bitcoin price must now hold this key level to regain 40,000. They're just utter shitcoiners, complete shitcoiners. They don't understand that Bitcoin is a commodity. They don't understand its use case. They just think it's a pump and dump. Literally, you've actually got, big platforms like Cointelegraph literally promoting this stuff. Oh yeah, it's just a pump and dump. Traders need to keep their eye on this key support level. Blah 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 blah. Utter load of crap. Just like this, Greenpeace, Bitcoin energy problem, speaks to wider challenge for internet's future. Whatever, honestly. That's political spin if ever I heard it. They're just getting desperate, I heard some guy, a scientist, saying that when climate change was a big issue, he said if you wanted to apply for funding from the government, all you had to do was relate it to climate change. So if you wanted money to go and study squirrels, you would just say, I'm applying for funding to study squirrels to see how many nuts they buried in relation to climate change. And that was it. You'd get funding for it, just funding for the research. It was outrageous. It says Tether mints more coins to break $60 billion market cap. Let's see what they're saying about that. Crypto exposed stock slide as BTC bolsters treasury shed value. Blah, blah, blah. Let's see what they're saying about Tether here. Massive volatility on the crypto markets has been always associated with an uptick on stablecoin markets. A Tether exec noticed, and we noted that they just printed $1 billion within the last 24 hours again. Tether USDT, the world's largest stablecoin by market capitalization, continues to grow despite record-breaking cryptocurrency outflows triggered by Elon Musk's core coin BTC criticism. On Monday, Tether's market cap hit $60 billion for the first time in history, making another milestone for the stablecoin's growth. According to data from Tether Transparency, USDT market value amounts to $60.4 billion at the time of writing, up over 580% from 1 year ago. Outrageous. Tether's new market cap record follows a series, again, because like Tether is just fear. They've got the same problem that the Federal Reserve has got. They're literally printing and printing and printing, but they're pumping it into core coin. You know, just it's a Ponzi scheme. It's going to come crashing down. It can't go on forever because there's no use case there. Tether's new market cap record follows a series of newly minted USDT tokens at Tether Treasury. According to data from a blockchain analytics service Whale Alert, at least 6 billion new Tether USDT tokens have been minted at the Tether Treasury over the past 30 days. 6 billion! 6 billion in less than a month. Oh dear. Oh dear. With the latest batch of 1 billion USDT minted on May 24th. Yep, so that was just yesterday. According to an announcement by Tether, institutional and corporate demand is the main driver of Tether's continued growth. Is that right? Nothing to do with the fact they just want to print money and make it up themselves. Outrageous. Tether broke into the top 3 cryptocurrencies by market cap alongside Corecoin and Ethereum and has been gaining ground as the 3rd biggest cryptocurrency by market cap over the past days, flipping Binance Coin on May 23rd. This is hilarious. Gotta see this. Let's bring up CoinCrap. Yeah, Tether, look at that, in 3rd spot. In 3rd spot. Oh my goodness. Tether CTO Paolo Ardoino emphasized that periods of enormous crypto volatility have been often associated with stablecoin growth. Is that right? This is where I left off. Tether's continued growth follows massive crypto volatility as the market shed $1 trillion from its mid-May high above $2.5 trillion. Corecoin, which became a $1 trillion asset earlier this year, lost over $4 billion in the latest market crash, with its market cap sitting above $720 billion at the time of writing. Just read that last bit. So stablecoin growth, he wrote here, during these extreme episodes, we've historically seen an uptick in stablecoin activity. They make it sound like it's a natural occurrence. That's what causes printing. No. They can print it whenever they want. It's outrageous. Made evident, and they're just trying to cover it up. It's a massive cover-up. You know, they're reporting, so big volatility causes, a huge uptick in stablecoins. Why don't they just say printing? Huge volatility means that exchanges need to try and provide liquidity, so they make this shit up. It's not backed by anything. It's outrageous. So, made evident by Tether's recent $60 billion milestone as demand continues to grow. Events like these even support the ecosystem's strength and help everyone refocus back to build rather than distractions of token price gains. Whatever. Founded in 2014, Tether USDT is a major stablecoin pegged at 1-to-1 exchange ratio with the United States dollar. As the world's largest stablecoin, Tether currently represents 60% of the $100 billion combined stablecoin capitalization, according to data from CoinGecko. USDT's biggest rival, USDC, is ranked the 8th largest cryptocurrency by market value, with market cap of $20 billion. Again, no discussion about how the fact that Tether is literally backed by with 2%? 1-to-1. No one has ever cashed out Tether to dollar in its history. Yeah, but don't want to rock the boat. Cointelegraph is completely complicit in all of this shit. The pieces of the jigsaw literally just keep coming together faster and faster. It's just so blatantly obvious. Anyway, let's have a quick look at CoinGeek, get some real news, any court updates and stuff. What's this? The OCC chief calls for a review of digital currency rules. Alright, an offer of profit-seeking exchanges. Russian candidates to declare digital currency holdings after new bill passes. Oh yeah, Putin's not going to be happy with that, is he? Alright, so that's news. Let's have a look at tech. China block reward mining industry stalls amid news of impending crackdown. Iran using intelligence officers to hunt block reward miners. Bitcoin class with Satoshi extends Bitcoin transactions to places you've never thought of. Cool. Ransomware victims have paid $81 million this year, chain analysis report. We read the Senti one the other day. BTC Taproot. I don't think I went over Taproot, did we? Oh yeah, we did. Miners failed to show support. Yeah, remember reading that. Alright, that's all good. Editorials. Fateful days in Bitcoin. How green is my Bitcoin? Not really too bothered about that because I know how efficient the system is. Theory of Bitcoin. Yeah. Any press releases? We saw the Bitcoin. Oh yeah. Oh, so this was the Bitcoin press release. So we just remind ourselves here. Check it out. So this would be here we go. So we're trying to find the bit in brackets. There we go. Check it out. Loving this. The BSV network scales unbounded to support high volumes of transactions. The BSV blockchain is expected to demonstrate 50,000 transactions per second throughput capacity later this year at minimal cost, with median transaction fees that are a small fraction of a US cent. In addition, BSV offers micropayment, smart contract, tokenization, and diverse data functionalities. Honestly, you put that on any other coin, and like people would literally just be going absolutely nuts for it. But because it's BSV and there's all this political bullshit about it, you know, do you hear a beep? No. Only us intelligent folk in BSV understand the significance of that. It's huge. What's this? TAO's increased transaction processing capacity with a purchase of 3,000 Bitmain S19J Pro blockchain computers. Let's have a little gander at this then. Additional 3,000 new state-of-the-art blockchain computers anticipated for deployment in Q1 2022, costing approximately $19 million in addition to the 1,000 Bitmain S19J Pro blockchain computers due for deployment in December 2021. TAO's hash rate for the end of June is anticipated to be at least 450 petahashes ahead of stated goals. Wow. Vancouver-based British Columbia, TAO, a vertically integrated blockchain infrastructure and service provider for enterprise, today announces it has purchased 3,000 new Bitmain S19J Pro blockchain computers, further expanding the company's capacity to enable enterprise transaction processing. The computers are expected to be deployed in Q1 2022. With this purchase, the company confirms it will easily exceed operational guidance reported on April 3rd, 2021, anticipating winning at least 30 BSV blocks per day attributed to TAO once deployed. Very good. Bitcoin SV blockchain transaction volume continues to accelerate, with BSV processing 30% more transactions than BTC per daily average as of May 19th, 2021, according to CoinDance. BSV leads all other blockchains in energy efficiency, consuming less than 1% of the power required by BTC, according to Coin Carbon Cap data. Bitcoin SV is processing more transactions than BTC on any given day, and with an environmental footprint that is under 1% of that consumed on the BTC chain. And of all those transactions processed on the Bitcoin SV network in April of this year, over 60% were processed by TAO. With an additional 3,000 Pro computers, we continue building the capacity to be able to meet demand at scale, comments Stephen Matthew, TAO Executive Chairman and Chief Executive Officer. About TAO, yeah, we've been over there. Great stuff. Right, that'll do. Let's have a quick check of the figures while we are here. Let's see how much the chain has grown by. Loving this. Any extra big blocks on there? Oh, we're 7 gigabytes. That'll make my day if we are. Oh, 6.7. 6.7 gigabytes. Absolutely massive. Let's have a look. Yeah, we'll just look at that, lovely romping away with it. Yeah. So the other one I want to look at is this is the one. BTC versus BSV. Let's see where we're at. Come on, let's have it. Are we in the green? Are we in the green? How are we feeling? Let's have a little looky. Bring it on. Oh, drum roll, please. Oh, look at that. It'll keep us in suspense, but look. Bitcoin holding its own against that shit coin. Loving that. Loving that. So this must be on what? A 1 day time frame? Maybe, is this maybe 3 days? Right, okay. Yeah, 7 days. Oh, yeah, loving that. Loving that. Creeping up slightly, that's what we like. Beautiful. Beautiful. Right. 35-minute show, people. Shout out to people in the chat box. Snooze Fest, SK43, SK473, R309. Hello, thanks for joining me. Shelly Mack in the house. Love the interview with the TAL CEO. Great work. You're welcome. Glad you enjoyed it. KP Dad in the house as well, and J Paps. Yeah, any news on the court cases? I've not had any news on the court cases as of yet. Again, I get all my court case sources from CoinGeek and my network of spies, who probably mostly get their, information from CoinGeek as well. They send me them as soon as they see them. Right, let's do this, people. Hand cashes and paymails in the chat box. One of my favourite parts of the day. It is time for dinging of Zedong, and we'll be dinging that Duro. So we've got Madame first. There we go. Rocking and rolling. Swiping to send. Snooze Fest on the way to you. Wakey, wakey. There we go. Got it. SK743R309. You'll have to put your hand cash or paymail in there, because I can't remember what your one is. We've got Shelly Mack in there. Here we go. On the way to you. Swiping to send. There we go. And JPaps, that should come up as soon as I type in JP. JP. There we go. Got it. Swiping to send. There we go. And finally, KP Dad 72 on the way to you. Here we go. Swiping to send. Done and done. Alright, peeps, I hope you enjoyed the show. I'm just going to upload this straight on YouTube, as it was kind of like done on a bit of a whim. You know, just needed a bit of comedy value and all that kind of stuff. So, as ever, be aware, take care, stay safe out there. Joy giving. Same time tomorrow. Catch you guys later. Get paid for posting your pics on Relica. Download the app now at www.getrelica.com. Get your tweet etched on Twitch, forever on the Bitcoin blockchain. Do it today at www.jointwitch.com. BuyBSV.live, the best place to buy Bitcoin SV online. Support independent content creators on micropayment platforms such as Streamanity, Twitch and Relica. We should profit from our data, not the large corporations who track, monitor and sell it. If you enjoy the Bitcoin content that I produce, please support me by heading over to www.satoshi.tv, where you can keep up to date with all the latest news, gossip and content as it's created. Thanks very much. To get started in Bitcoin, go to freebsv.com, where you can claim your free Bitcoin. Then head over to Twitter and follow @IamSatoshi, where you can take part in his very generous and world famous free giveaways. The future of advertising meets the power of Bitcoin at Tonic Pow. Get paid for posting advertising campaigns to your social media profiles. Go to www.tonicpowads.com.